The Wookiee noise. Ready, Chewie? Mm-hmm. Okay, just for fun. You've already probably heard it all. Stay here. Testing. Testing. Does anybody hear me out there? Does anybody care? This is your director speaking. Testing. Testing. Are you ready, Chewbacca? Testing. Microphone test. I have seemed to misplace my car. I know it's around here somewhere. There's a lady with green hair in the driver's seat. Testing. At least I think I lost my car. Hey, what time is it? What is time? Good news. I found my car. It was in the men's room. Things are looking up. Testing. Testing. Has anybody seen my car keys? My soda meal! Quickly! Merci! Testing! Testing! Soon the show will begin. Millions of people will be watching what we do here tonight. Millions. I can make them laugh. Ha ha ha. Or I can make them cry. Boo hoo. Amazing. Coffee, please. Black and 3 aspirin.
Okay. We better be wrapping it up. Time to clear the set. And don't leave any tools on the floor. You know what happened last time.
Strange person on set. You've got the pokey at 3 o'clock, Yolanda.
Can I help you?
Yes, please. I'm looking for a dressing room. I'm looking for the dressing room of Miss, Connie Lewis.
You and 20 million other guys.
I had no idea.
It's back there, but it's off limits. I'm afraid you can't go there. I'll take the flowers here if you'd like.
That's out of the question. I was asked to deliver these personally, and there is a message. A very important message to go along with them.
What seems to be the problem, Yolanda?
This, person wants to deliver some flowers to Connie Lewis and... Hey! Stop! You can't go back there!
Yolanda,
Yes, Howard?
let security take care of it. We do have a show to put on.
Right. I just thought, in light of recent events, with the threats and all, that perhaps you shouldn't let every weirdo with a crush go running around backstage.
Security has been notified, Yolanda. At this very moment, they are closing in on the culprit. Trust me. Have you ever been up to Mulholland Drive at midnight, Yolanda? When the Santa Ana winds have blown the smog away, and the city lights glisten away to the horizon like an earthbound constellation. Have you ever done that, Yolanda?
No.
Neither have I. Perhaps sometime we can go there together, you and I. Would you like that?
Probably not.
Well, meet in a crowded cafe. You'll be waiting for me, sipping one of those fruity little drinks with an umbrella in it. I'll watch you for several minutes before I approach.
How will I recognize you, Howard?
I'll be wearing a carnation. A pink carnation.
Whatever you say, Howard.
Would you go tell Stacy that I would like to talk to her, Yolanda? Tell her it's relatively important.
Relatively important isn't good enough. You know she won't come for that.
Then tell her it's a matter of life and death. Tell her that the future of mankind hangs in the balance.
She doesn't care about that either.
Then tell her it involves money or something.
Now you're talking. She'll be right out. I told you not to go back there. I warned you.
Come on. I got him, Mr. Hughes. He was trying to get into Miss Lewis's dressing room. What you want I should do with them? You want I should call the cops?
That won't be necessary, Officer Churchill.
You want to throw him out?
I think we can avoid such an extreme reprimand. You may return to your post, Officer Churchill.
I ain't got no post. I wander aimlessly.
Don't we all? Leave him, Officer Churchill.
Whatever you say, Mr. Hughes. Whatever you say.
House lights out, please. Stage lights out, except for the center stage spot.
Well, now, weren't you the naughty one? Weren't you just a little sneaky Pete? Bet you gave your mommy a hard time of it, didn't you? What is that? Is that a smile I see? Did I finally get a smile out of that old sourpuss face? There. That's better. What's your name?
None of your business.
And where are you from?
None of your business.
How long had you had this thing for, Connie Lewis?
None of your business.
When you first came to Hollywood, a name that is synonymous with glamour, style, and glitz, were you disgusted to find that that once proud peacock of a city had degenerated into the smart capital of the Sunbelt? Did you walk those once clean streets in a state of shock and disillusionment? Were you, like, totally grossed out at the whole scene? And did you say to yourself, how can people live like this? What kind of decomposed intellect could call this compost heap home?
Look, I love Hollywood.
So do I.
Hollywood is like the kidney of California, the oil filter of Western civilization. Smells of death and old tennis shoes. The funeral homes look like car washes. The car washes look like castles. And no one looks up, except for the cops. Gets in your blood, this place. A vile intoxicant, as potent as the lure of easy fame, and as cheap as original sin. Can I go now? I have an appointment with destiny.
Say hello for me, will you? And best of luck to you. You'll find the exit at the end of the aisle. House lights up, please.
Be sure to tell Connie I dropped by, and tell her I hope she gets what she deserves.
Would you like to deliver the flowers?
No, I'll deliver those myself. I didn't get where I am today by taking no for an answer. I'll be back. You can be rest assured of that. I'll be back.
Stage lights up, please.
What is it, Howie? Howie?
Look! It's her! It's Stacey Travers! Twinkle Toes! Yeah!
Howie, it's me. What do you want?
Oh, Miss Travers, I'm such a big fan of yours. And it would mean so much to my son, my baby, to have your autograph sitting on his dresser next to his Southwest Beetle collection and his picture postcard of Epcot that his second cousin sent him. Oh, please.
Well, we're not supposed to do this kind of thing before the show, but I guess it'll be all right. What's your little boy's name?
I lied. I don't even have a little boy. I'm not even married. I live alone. That's why your autograph would be such a comfort to me in my old age.
Well, then what's your name?
My name's Mary.
Okay, Mary. Is there anything special you'd like me to say?
Oh, you're such a dear. And so beautiful.
Thank you.
Just say to my best and dearest friend, Mary Muldoon, your courage in the face of adversity has been a great source of inspiration to me. There's not a day that goes by that I don't thank the dear Lord for giving me a friend like you. And in times of strife, when darkness descends on my soul and desperation claws at my heart, I know I can always count on you for a good recipe or an ethnic joke. Bless you, Mary Muldoon. May good fortune cuddle you tighter than a wet baby's feel. I am, as always, your loving and devoted friend, forever and ever and always. Stacy Travers, MD.
I'm not a doctor.
Who cares?
There you go. I hope that will suffice because I'm not writing another darn word.
This I will treasure. You will always have a fan in Mary Muldoon.
Yeah. Howie, you up there? Howard.
Nope, not up here.
Howard!
What?
Why didn't you answer me? I've been calling you. Now, what is it you want? Yolanda said something about money. Do you want to talk to me about money, Howard?
Have you ever been up to Mulholland Drive at midnight, Stacy?
I live on Mulholland Drive, Howard.
Could I visit you one night, Stacy? Could I sit in your back porch and watch the city twinkle below me?
The city stopped twinkling years ago, Howard. There's no twinkle left. It's all twinkled out. However, you're welcome to come watch it smolder if you'd like.
Be expecting me, Stacy. I'll arrive after sunset one night when you least expect me.
How will I know you? How will I know it's you?
I'll be wearing a pink carnation.
I can hardly wait.
But don't go through any trouble. Do not fix dinner for me. If I know you had gone through any trouble, it would spoil my fun.
I'll open a can of bean dip, Howard, and we can drink out of the water hose.
Perfect. I'll bring the chips.
What do you want of me, Howard?
Your constant feuding with Connie's a source of great consternation to both myself and the other members of the cast and crew. If you two hyenas want to disembowel each other on your own time, that is fine with me. But I'm getting sick and tired of this horrendous internecine squabbling. Mel has told me confidently that if he constant bickering and backstabbing doesn't let up, he will seriously consider hiring 2 new actresses next season. Actresses with a little grace, charm, and intellect. In short, little Miss Hot Stuff. Any more ego buffing and you'll be lucky to get a job straining sauerkraut at a German restaurant in this town. We will destroy you.
I don't have to take that off you, Howard, and I'm not going to take it.
Would you care to bet on it?
It's her fault, Howard, and you know it. She's the one. Why don't you go have this conversation with her?
I already have. Not more than an hour ago. She was just about as receptive as you are.
She thinks she's better than the rest of us peons, Howard. She thinks because her big daddy owns 20 banks and she went to all the right schools and la-di-da her way out here in her very own roles while the rest of us were fighting for table scraps, thinks her some kind of royalty. The rest of us are taking acting classes and scrambling for roles and waiting tables, living in squalor, Howard, working our fingers and our feelings to the bone for a chance at a decent part. She gets up in her own Malibu mansion and her father buys her any part she wants, Howard. She wouldn't know what real talent was if we went up to her and broke her kneecap. She's a punk.
That will be enough, Stacy.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't mean to lose my temper like that. It's just that.
We understand, honey.
Will that be all, Howard?
Do you trust me, Stacy? Do you trust my judgment? 3.5 years now we've been working together, and I've directed every episode that you have been in, and it's been in the top 5 ratings. Nobody wanted you for the part of Twinkle Toes, did they? Nobody wanted you. Nobody except me. I had faith in your abilities to overcome those nagging little handicaps which you carried around like so many chips on your petite little shoulders. You couldn't act, they said. You couldn't sing or dance. You had an irritating nasal Chicago honk of a voice. And were about as graceful as a sea slug on roller skates.
I was a model, Howard.
You were a child model. Nobody had hired you in the last 2 years.
How about the commercials?
You don't have to be a great actress to dress up like a tooth. You don't have to be multi-talented to drop a pizza on a linoleum floor. Nobody wanted you, Stacy. You had nothing to offer. Your resume was amusing, nothing else. Bit parts and a bad attitude. You would have been out on your ear in half a heartbeat, but I saw something that others didn't see. I saw the spark.
At least I was beautiful. Wasn't I beautiful, Howard?
Sure, but so was everybody else in this town. Every dewy-eyed girl that gets off every gritty bus at the terminal is beautiful. Every waitress at every restaurant on the street in this town is beautiful. The cops are beautiful. The robbers are beautiful. And sometimes, Stacy, I'm even beautiful. But not everybody has the spark, Stacy. You've got the spark. I fought for you because of it, and I took more than a little abuse. But I got you the screen test, and I coached you. I coached you enough to let some of that spark show. And you got the job. And you've grown into a competent actress with potential.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment. I think that's all you'll ever be. You're too petty to achieve greatness on the stage or screen, as is Connie. Connie's even more limited in that respect. I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. But this I do know. I know that neither one of you deserves to be temperamental or high-handed. You don't deserve to act like you're something extremely special because you're not. That is all.
Oh.
Stacy? Break a leg.
That poor sweet girl.
Shut up, Mary.
Howard? Howard, are you up there? I think we need to talk. Look! It's her! It's Connie Lewis! Detective Tarpley! Yahoo! Howard, darling. Precious. Are you up there, Howard? Stay away from me. Oh, but Miss Lewis, I'm such a big fan of yours. And my son, my baby, he watches your show every week. Even the reruns. How middle class of him. Since he's been sick, there's not much else for him to do. Can't he read? Miss Lewis, to have your autograph sitting on his dresser next to his time warp brain masher and his models of Pearl Harbor before and after the war, it would mean so much. Could you please be a dear and just sign this little pathetic autograph book? Very well. What is his little pathetic name? Mary Muldoon. We named him after his grandmother. And perhaps just the teeniest little message, if you don't mind. What sort of a message? Just say... What words do you use to thank someone for saving your life? Thank you just doesn't seem sufficient. No words are sufficient. Though I may lack the oratorical skills to praise my thanks, There shall not be a day that goes by that my heart is not pumping out gratitude with every beat. Just sign it, alive and kicking. Thanks to you. Connie Lou, Ph.D.
I'm not a PhD.
Neither am I.
Please leave now.
This I will treasure. You will always have a fan in Mary Muldoon. And her son.
Howard, are you up there?
No.
Howard, I know you are as busy as the proverbial bee, but I really need to talk to you.
Did you ever go to the beach, Connie? Around sunset, with a flaming orange ribbon of sun streaking across the empty sea, and pointing directly towards you like an angry finger of God. And 26 miles away, the island of Catalina lies moored in a gentle mist, and the rays of the sun catch picture windows there, and illume the sky with hundreds of fluorescent explosions.
I live on the beach, Howard.
And the waves. Did you ever just sit and watch those waves rolling, one after the other? They've come 6,000 miles without a rest, only to fall at your feet, to rest for possibly 10 seconds, until they roll out to start the journey again.
I live on the beach, Howard. The waves wash up diesel fuel and beer cans and occasionally a dead flounder.
The ocean is a funny thing. It can crush the biggest warship built by man, but it can't even sink a bar of ivory soap. Have you ever thought about that?
I'm not in a metaphysical mood, Howard. Have you ever eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with sand in it? That's the beach, Howard. Have you ever scraped seagull pookie off the hood of your Mercedes? That's the beach, Howard. And the waves wash away the sand, which washes away your pilings, which washes away your house. That's the beach, Howard. I don't want to talk about the beach.
Then what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the threats that have been made on my life.
How about the threats that have been made on Stacy's life?
Those are her problems.
I think it's best if we just assume that whoever sending those letters is some kind of a nut.
I assumed that all along, Howard.
Good.
And this assumption worries me, Howard. The thought of some homicidal maniac running around with a crush on me does nothing for my sleepy time. Believe me.
We don't know that he's a homicidal maniac. We don't even know if he is a he.
How nice.
One thing I do know, I know the show must go on. I know that. Threats or no, the show must go on. Homicidal maniac or not, the show must go on. The show always goes on. I wonder why.
Connie? Connie, it's me. I'll do my best, Howard. You know I'll do my best. Under the circumstances.
What more could a director ask? How dare you bring donuts in here? I told you I had to lose 127 pounds for my college reunion. Okay, but just one. Yummy.
I shall be going now, Howard.
Connie, it's me, your little sister Junie.
Who said that?
I said that.
Junie, is it really you?
Afraid so.
Junie? Junie, is it really you?
It's really me. Honest.
Oh, Junie. Junie, it's been all these years. We thought you were dead.
I guess I should have called.
4 years without a word? You bet you should have called. Mom has been worried sick. She even gave up her bridge night. Where were you? Where have you been?
In the mountains, mostly. And in the desert, some. I spent a year in the desert with a small band of Indians. We watched a lot of television. It was incredible. And then I visited Cleveland, which was a downer. And I lived in Central Park in New York for 3 consecutive summers, living off corny dogs and the occasional slow squirrel. I guess I've been all over the place.
Why, Junie? Why?
I wanted to find myself, that's why. I wanted to strip off that thin, glossy veneer of Junie Lewis, rich girl, and see what I was really like. I wanted to come to terms with the real me. I wanted to know exactly what I was. That's why I did it.
So tell me, did you find yourself?
I did, Connie. I really did. And finally knowing gives me this incredible sense of peace and harmony. For the first time in my life, I know what I am.
And what are you, Junie Lewis?
I'm tired and hungry, that's what I am.
You're more than that.
Okay. I'm exhausted and ravenous.
Come up here with me, little sister. There's someone I want you to meet.
Could we eat first?
Where on earth did you get those clothes?
Clotheslines, mostly. And garage sales.
Why would anyone want to sell a garage?
It's a long story.
Come up here with your big sister, Connie. I'm going to be taking very good care of you. You can have a room at my place, and we'll set you up with some precious clothes, and we'll let Mother and Father know that you're okay.
Do you think Father will forgive me?
Of course he will.
I said some pretty harsh things before I left.
He's been called a lot worse than a fascist, capitalist pig, Junie. If you had really hurt his feelings, he would have done more than cry, cut off your allowance, and strike you from his will.
It was an angry and confusing time in my life, Connie. I wanted a clean break, and being a total brat seemed to be the best way to go about it. I just hope Father can find it in his heart to forgive me.
I'm sure he will.
I wouldn't ask for much. Just a small checking account and an American Express card.
Welcome home, sweetness. Okay, Yolanda. Howard, are you up there? Howard?
Have you got anything to eat in your dressing room?
I have all kinds of goodies in there. Yolanda, would you go get some of those darling Danish crackers out of my dressing room for my sister?
This is really a busy time for me, Miss...
Don't make me pitch a fit, Yolanda. Just do as you're told.
Hello, everybody. Yolanda, would you tell Mr. Pennell we are ready for him?
Just as soon as I get the crackers.
Howard, I'd like for you to meet my baby sister, Junie.
Greetings, Junie.
And Junie, this is our wonderful director, Mr. Howard Hughes.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Hughes.
Will you be staying for the show, Junie? I think it will be quite an unforgettable one.
Yes, I'm staying. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Don't you think you should be getting into costume, Connie? It's only a few minutes there time.
I'm already in costume, Howard. Meet me in my dressing room after the show, Junie. You have no idea how thrilled I am to have you back in the family.
You're not half as excited as I am.
So, Junie,
You ever been up to Mulholland Drive?
Probably. I've been everywhere.
I'm surprised you showed up. From what I've heard, you and Connie don't get along too well.
Who told you that?
Connie?
That was a long time ago. I'm a completely different person now.
She's not.
I love my sister, Mr. Hughes, and she loves me. Here are the crackers. These look stale. You'll have to get off stage now. The show is about to start.
Welcome to Hollywood, Junie, baby.
Howard, Mel is ready for you now. Howard?
Well, tell Mel Purnell to come on down, Yolanda. Tell him the coast is clear, dear.
Oh, I don't get paid enough to do any of this sort of...
Ladies and gentlemen,
The producer and creator of Hit and Misdemeanor. The little old hit maker himself. Mr. Mel Purnell, let us hear it for him.
Oh, I love this man. I
evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the top-rated show on television, Hit and Misdemeanor.
My favorite show in the whole world. I love this show. And I love this man.
Most of you know that this show is filmed before a live audience, and that is what you're going to be tonight. Well, hopefully our live audience anyway. For those of you who have never seen a show videotape before, this should prove to be an interesting experience. Of course, you may have to stop from time to time in case you have a little mess up, but watching your favorite television stars make mistakes is half the fun, right? Unlike most television shows, you'll notice that we don't use laugh tracks, and we don't have hacks in the audience to help you along. We feel that honest laugh comes from the heart and not some tape recorder or paid stooge.
Oh, jeez. That's a gem. A gem.
Shut up, Mary.
Okay, boss.
Thank you. What we want from you is an honest response to what we hope will be a very enjoyable evening. So sit back, fasten your seatbelts, and hold tight, because it's time for my favorite show, and hopefully yours, Hit and Misdemeanor.
Lights out on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Ready, camera 1?
Ready, Howard.
And camera 2.
Ready, H.H.
Are you ready, Yolanda? Talk to me, Yolanda.
Ready when you are, Howard.
Just what I wanted to hear. Music, please. Let's have some music.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Freeze, mister. I said freeze.
She said freeze, mister. So freeze.
When I say freeze, I mean freeze, mister. Don't I, Twinkle Toes?
You bet she does, mister. So freeze. Tarpley, I'm out of ammo.
So am I.
I'm not.
Who are you?
I'm the bad guy.
Uh-oh.
Freeze!
Don't shoot. He's got Twinkle Toes.
Four, 3.
Wait there!
Shut
Let
up!
me go!
Don't move.
Let's talk.
That chance. Sticks and stone. I'd let go. Easy, Vinny.
Wait! Em!
Shut up.
You're hurting me.
Don't move.
Easy, Vince.
Don't call me Vince.
That's your name.
So what?
I just thought.
Call me champ. Trump is more like it. Easy, Vinny. Champion of the world, of the solar system. I'm the champion of the universe. The biggest, baddest, boldest.
Blow him away!
Shut up, you old hag. Easy, Vince. Be a good boy. Put down the gun. We don't want to see you get hurt. Just put down the gun. Oh, yes, sir. Right this minute, sir. I may be stupid, Lieutenant, but I'm not crazy. No way! This little 38 special's my ticket out of here. Because if anything happens to me, Twinkle Toes gets it.
What have you got against women?
What is that supposed to mean?
I think he's a sissy.
I'm warning you.
Sissy, sissy, sissy.
Cool it, Monique.
Never could please your mother, could you, Vince? Never could rise to her expectations no matter how hard you tried.
That's not true. Tell them that's not true.
That's not true.
Funny, funny.
You ever clean the garbage for her? Or mow the cat? Or feed the lawn, you lousy creep?
So I wasn't perfect. So what?
How many times did you rip her heart out? How many times did you stomp all over it?
Let's tell her to shut up.
Shut up!
Oh, boy.
Wasn't easy, you know. I tried to be good, but she was always picking on me, you know. Always picking.
Vince? Vince, eat your spinach, Vince.
I hate spinach, Ma.
I said eat your spinach, you little troublemaker.
Ma? Is that you, Ma? Where are you, Ma?
This guy is certified 100 proof bimbo.
Can it, Monique?
His elevator don't go all the way to the top.
Elevator, that's a good one. Why are you such a bad boy, Vince? Why won't you listen to your mommy? Listen to your mommy, Vince.
I'm such a bad, bad boy. I'm such a little stinker. Ma? Can I get an ice cream cone? Ma?
How about it, Ma? We haven't got all day.
Cut it. Hold your places, please.
Line, Yolanda! You can have an ice cream cone if you give me the gun. If you people would stop stepping all over my lines, I think I might be able to make it through this scene.
Isn't she the one to be talking?
Not too loudly, Stacy. Connie's in her volcano mode and is set to explode.
I hate that line, Howard.
Too late now, dear.
Howard, I'm getting claustrophobia.
Then don't kiss me at the cast party.
I hate that line, Howard. Is there any way we could change that line?
Talk to me about it next week, Connie. Send me a postcard. I'll be in Tibet talking with my favorite guru. Places, please.
I'll say the line, Howard,
Goody for you.
but only because of our friendship.
Can we
Thank
get on
you.
with it?
I certainly hope so. Ready? 1 and 2.
Are you two really getting married like it says in the Inquirer?
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
You bet we are, honey. Just as soon as he gets out of his makeup.
Aww, I'm so happy for the both of you.
Shut up, Mary. Quiet on the set. Let's take it from Vince's line. Ma, can I get an ice cream cone, Ma? And Charlie,
Yo,
give me some gestures to go with that voice, okay? Nothing too big. Just get into it a little bit more.
you got it, Howard.
Hey, you! Get back here!
Be sure and read the message.
Security! I want them out of here!
Until we meet again, Connie.
Get back here, you!
If they catch him, will they throw him in here with me?
Only if he's with the Screen Actors Guild.
What does the message say?
You've been living my dream. Now you must pay. I wonder what he means by that. Why do I draw all the nuts?
Maybe for the same reason you drop all the flies. Must be your personality.
That is it, Howard. I'm not going to take this anymore. I've been harangued and insulted and humiliated for the last time of this no-talent, middle-class, ex-beauty queen of a funky. Either you put an end to her constant needling or Connie Lewis is walking.
Do you want me to get your tennis shoes?
I mean it, Howard. Do you hear me?
I've about had it with you too, sister.
Goody. Here we go again.
Don't get into it, Stacy. Let's just get on with filming the scene. My sentiments exactly.
Places, please, and get rid of the flowers, Connie.
I mean it, Howard. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Quiet on the set, people. Roll tape.
I feel a terrible headache coming on, Howard.
And action.
Ma, can I get an ice cream cone? Ma?
Line, Yolanda! It's such a stupid line. I can't remember it. Line! You can have an ice cream cone if you give me the gun.
How about that, Howard? How about we all say it?
Connie is going to say the line, aren't you, Connie?
I don't know.
You have no choice, Connie. None whatsoever. You will say the line as written. I will come to you in the night, out of the shadows, like a wrathful, avenging demon. I will bring smoke, and fire, and desolation, and cellulite. Do not trifle with Howard Hughes. Say the line from the top. Places and action.
Ma? Ma, can I get an ice cream cone? Ma?
You can have an ice cream cone if you'll give me the gun.
Waste the bug! Poisonous ice cream or something!
Tell you what, Vince. How about me and you go down to Baskin Robbins? I'll get you whatever flavor ice cream you...
Cut! Cut it. What's going on down there? Cut!
Dizzy. Can't breathe. Feel like I'm going to... Help, it's my sister!
What's wrong with her?
She's having trouble breathing, Howard. I think she called for an ambulance.
Right.
Junie? Junie, what happened? Are you okay? Don't know. Feel weak.
Somebody get some water.
I got some right here. These crackers really taste stale.
Here, drink a little of this.
Hey, wait a minute. Was she eating these?
Of course she was eating them. I gave them to her. They were in my dressing room.
What is it? What's going on here? Who is this girl and what's she doing on stage?
My little sister Junie. She's sick and we don't know what's wrong with her.
I know what's wrong with her. These crackers have been poisoned. Crackers? Poisoned? Duh? What are you talking about? We got a show to do here. I'm telling you, they've been poisoned.
Where's that ambulance? My sister is dying. Everything's getting dark, Connie. But I'm cold. So cold.
Getting ready to kick the bucket. I just know it.
Wait a minute. How do you know the crackers have been poisoned, Bob? Maybe they just smell funny. I used to be a pharmacist, mate, in the Navy, Mel. I'd recognize the smell anywhere. Magnesium biphosphate. It's been sprinkled on these crackers.
Wait a minute. I've got a box of those same crackers in my dressing room. Yolanda, would you go see if they're still there?
Connie, there's something I need to tell you before
Don't say it, Junie.
I've got to. This may be my last chance.
Don't say things like that, Junie. You're going to be fine.
Remember that doll you used to love so much?
Oh, the doll.
The one you dressed up so pretty all the time and named Jennifer and pretended that it was your little sister. Of course I remember. Remember how you found it all torn to shreds and I said, the dog did it. And you shot the dog in the foot with Teddy's BB gun? Of course I remember. The dog didn't do it. I did it.
Oh, silly. I don't care about those stupid old things. I just care about you.
Oh, Connie, this makes me feel so together in spirit.
Oh.
Remember your prom dress? The
Oh,
pink
the
one you were so excited about?
Oh.
Uh-huh. I remember. Remember how you came home on the night of the prom and found it in the driveway with tire tracks all over it, and I said, the dog did it. And you shot the dog in the foot with Teddy's BB gun? Yeah, I love that dress. I cried for weeks. The dog didn't do it. I did it. Oh, did you now? Yep, sure did.
Well, a sister's love is far more important than stupid old material objects. You are forgiven.
Oh, Connie, you don't know how super your attitude makes me feel.
Rest now. The ambulance is on its way.
Remember that dog you used to love so much?
You killed Muffin? You killed Muffin? You were the one? You assassin! Murderer! Butcher! You creep! I hope your ears fall off!
Gosh sakes, Connie, pull yourself together.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was just wondering how old Muffin was doing.
Here's a crack.
Oh! Deluxe Danish torque funders, just like the others.
Let me see those. No doubt about it. These have been poisoned, too. Looks like we started taking these threats seriously, Howard. Somebody's trying to get our girls.
I guess I should be calling the police, Mel.
Can we talk, Howard? Privately? We really need to talk.
Why don't you step into the interrogation room, Mel?
Right. But first, I'm going to say something right from the top. We've been through a lot together. We've had our share of the good times, and we've had our share of the bad times. We've had petty feuds, major blow-ups, and some of the happiest times of my career. We fought the critics, the ratings, the sponsors, and even Mother Nature to keep this show going. And we haven't given up. And we're not going to give up. Not now, not ever. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why we're not going to let the psychopathic sickos stop us. Because we're all going to lose tons of money. Oodles and boodles of money. And we don't want to lose money, do we?
No.
Some things are more important than money, Mel.
Name one.
Give me a minute.
How about porpoises, Mel? Or a mother's love for fresh fruit?
Shut up, Mary.
Or potato salad? Or the courage of a man who fishes for a living and love?
And he. Shut up, Mary. Can I have a type spot on Mel, please? Now, done with the other lights. Just take them out. That must be the ambulance.
I suppose so.
Somebody poisoned in here?
It's my sister. She's over here.
Sure, it's dark in here.
We better get her into the ambulance.
Right. Lift on three. 1, 2, 3.
Your hands are cold.
Thank you.
I love you, Junie. And you're going to be okay. Maybe.
All right, let's
Enjoy
go.
the show.
Let's go.
Ouch! Stop that!
Excuse me.
Mel? Mel? Is something wrong, Mel?
Oh, Howard, did you ever just have one of those days?
I know the feeling, Mel. I've been there before. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. We go back a few years, don't we, Howard? How many years do we go back?
Let's see. The Richie Rosman Hour. That came out in 57, was it?
I didn't have anything to do with that show. You're thinking of Jack Desmond. You and I first worked together in Dying for a Dollar's game show. 59?
That's right. Then the Billy Osgood Show, the Teeny Tots, Harvey Loves His Elephant, and Barney, and Brenda.
Gosh, shows what it is, huh, Howard? Didn't we have us a good old time?
No doubt about it, but these times aren't so bad either, Mel.
These times? Times like these I could live without. Lawyers like sharks, agents like piranha fish, bankers with their fingers and everything, and actors. Actors who can't even spell Shakespeare. They come from modeling agencies, these actors. They got perfect teeth and no souls. I don't believe any of it. It's a joke. Everything is changing, Howard. When we first started, it was like the Wild West, and we were the cowboys. Shoot first and ask questions later, huh? Endless horizons. We knew who the good guys were. Everybody knew. Then just a few of us knew. Now nobody knows. This business smells.
It's a living.
I suppose, but it's killing me. You know how many times I've been married, Howard? 4. Married to a girl now. She's 2 years younger than my eldest daughter. She's beautiful, Howard. Most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And this coming from a man who's been in the entertainment industry for 30 years. Beautiful. Her name's Belinda, Howard. Beautiful name. Brings a song to my lip just to walk in the door and say, Belinda. But gosh, she is so boring, Howard. I mean, nice to look at. But when she opens her mouth, God help us all. I mean, 6 months we've been married, all she talked about is diets and exercise. And the only book she's read since she's graduated is Everything You Need to Know About Vitamins. Vitamins, she knows. Life, that's something else. When I need to talk about life, I call Laverne. My first wife. Life, she knows.
How is Laverne?
Very big, Howard, and very smart. When she's not eating, she's reading. I'd give my right arm to have her back, Howard. Well, maybe not my right arm. I'd certainly give you a right arm to have her back. But Laverne knows what hard times are. She knows what it took to get where I am today. Belinda just smiles and keeps on with her leg lifts. I might as well be speaking in Russian.
Would you like some water, Mel?
Just those cigarettes.
Idiot.
I'm a modern medical catastrophe, you know. Heart, lungs, stomach, liver. Heck, you name it's on the verge of a breakdown. Hanging on by my fingernails, Howard. I mean, the only thing I have to live for is this show, and now some idiot's trying to kill off my stars. It's not to make me go into convulsions. I don't want you to call the police just yet, Howard. I know that sounds crass and light, what just happened, but I want you to wait. 1 hour, then we can get this show wrapped up and the police can talk to everybody. 1 hour, Howard. What's 50 or $60 minutes in a lifetime anyway?
We do have a dangerous situation here, Mel.
Don't you think I know that? Don't talk to me about danger, boy. I know what danger is. Danger is... You know what my mortgage payment is? You could buy a small yacht with what I fork out each month. My sweet little Belinda sends more money than my 3 other wives combined. Believe me when I tell you this, Howard. She has 300 sets of leotards, and all of them are pink. Pink! Danger is a silly little note I sign when I go up to Vegas each month. Signed quite a few of those little dangerous notes. Signed almost $500,000 worth of those silly little dangerous notes. I'm in deep, Howard. But good. So, you see, if I don't get this show on fast and on budget, you're gonna find little pieces spread from here to Catalina. 1 hour, Howard. I mean, come on, for old time's sake.
Okay, Mel. I'll wait until we wrap up, for old time's sake.
Thank you, Howard. I owe you. I owe you a big one. Howard? Howard, are you even up there?
Have you ever been to Disneyland, Mel?
Every year when my out-of-town relatives show up.
I used to be addicted to it. For a few months, I was going every day, and I just couldn't bring myself to stop. I was beginning to panic.
That's too bad, Howard.
Finally, I went one day and rode on the spinning teacups from the time the park opened until it closed. I guess I rode maybe 100, 200 times. I lost count. They finally had to call an ambulance for me. Stayed in the hospital for a week. Even now, when I think about it, I get dizzy. Haven't been back since.
Why are you telling me this, Howard?
I just wanted to let you know how determined I can be. I wanted you to know that I'm not above going to extremes for the sake of my self-preservation.
We're all in this together, Howie. We've all got a lot at stake here. I'm not just thinking of myself. I just don't see the need to abandon ship yet. Come on, Howie, let's shoot together. Let's shoot from the hip, just like the good old days. Let's show this man who's boss.
The ultimate sacrifice will not be mine, Mel. I have nothing to fear but my conscience.
This guy's nothing. He's a punk. Only a punk would put poison in crackers. I get my right arm to catch that creep. Let's make a statement tonight. Let's tell all the world that Glowworm Productions will not be intimidated. I'd squeeze his little punk neck until his eyes crossed. Remember that stuntman on the set of Horsing Around? Remember how surprised he looked when I smacked him up the chops?
And remember how surprised you were when you woke up in the hospital?
Oh, gosh, those were the days. All the man needed to get by were guts and a good idea. And heaven help the creep who got in his way.
Perhaps those days will come again.
Don't count on it, Howie. There's no room for guts and glory left in this business.
Well, if we're going to start filming, I suggest we get the ball rolling.
I suppose. After this, I'll take you out for the best meal of your strange and introverted life. I'll take you to McGamble's with Shirley Tesher at the piano bar and memories curling like cigarette smoke over a dimly lit table.
I'd like that, Mel.
Great, Howard. But this time, I really want you to show up.
You can count on it, Mel.
Great, Howard. Absolutely great. But how will I even recognize you? How will I even know it's you?
I'll be wearing a carnation. A pink carnation. And I'll approach you from behind wearing my favorite dinner jacket. And I'll say something. I'll say something like, "It's me, Mel. It's Howard." That's how you'll know it's me.
Okay, that's great, Howard. Now, let's say we get this heaping gear and smoke it till it's broke.
Give me some lights, folks.
Come on, people, let's show them what we're made of.
What are you talking about, Mel?
I'm talking about obligations, Johnny. I'm talking about duty, responsibility, and teamwork.
My sister is in some hospital emergency room, alone and maybe dying. If you think I'm going to stay here, then you are just out of your mind. I can't stay here.
You're right, Connie. There's no need for you to hang around. I'll have my driver take you anywhere you want to go. I'll have him take you to the hospital, to the airport, or to the beach if you like. So there's no need for you to hang around. Take off.
Do you really mean that, Mel?
Of course I do, Connie. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean that more than I've ever meant anything.
It should only hold up shooting for about a day.
It won't hold up shooting for 10 minutes, dear. It won't hold up shooting for 10 seconds. If you feel your sister's temporary malady is worth more than your career, yes, run to her. Comfort her.
Are you going to shoot around me, Mel?
Not really, sweets. I'll just write you out of the script. I'll just write you off the years. Heck, I'll just write you off the face of the earth. You won't exist anymore as far as Glowworm Productions is concerned. So, don't forget to tell your sister that Uncle Mel sends his love. Ta-ta.
I'm sick and tired of being threatened.
Oh, this is no idle threat, dear. This is Mel Purnell telling it like it is. This is Mel Purnell of old, tough, two-fisted, don't take any prisoners, Mel Purnell. I'm not letting some weirdo stop this show. He doesn't scare me one little bit.
He's not trying to kill you, Mel. He's trying to kill Connie and me.
That's right, Mel. I don't like the idea of the girls being exposed to this sort of danger. Or the audience, for that matter.
Oh, don't you worry about us, sugar.
You don't understand the stakes, people. You don't know the dangers involved. If we don't get this show in fast, there's not going to be a show. It's that serious. There's omnivorous forces afoot, sure. But come on, gang. Rest assured Uncle Mel won't forget a little sacrifice on her part. We got security on the foot. You can bet your biscuits the fly couldn't wander on this set without being shot. Believe me when I say we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Ah, help, I've been shot!
Lights! Get those lights up! I want those lights up now. What's going on down there?
Howard.
Help.
Security, front and center! Security!
Officer Churchill is out cold and his gun is missing.
Then get the officer from Studio 8. Call the central number.
I've tried. The lines have been cut, and the doors to the hallway are locked from the outside.
I'll call the police. Stand by, Yolanda. I will be needing your help.
I'll check the doors at the back of the auditorium.
Okay, but hurry back.
What are we gonna do?
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay calm and stay together. Don't panic, folks. Everything will be just fine if you'll all just stay calm.
Help! Murder! Pillage! Plunder!
Shut up, Mary.
I'm having trouble with my outside lines. You men go backstage and see if you can get the doors open. And Eddie, help Yolanda with the auditorium doors.
Right.
I wonder why they shot me. I never hurt anybody.
They weren't shooting at you. They were shooting at me.
She's right. You just got in the way.
Am I dying?
I think you'll be okay. It just looks like a flesh wound.
Is there anything I can do, Mel?
Yeah, you can call Bernie for me. Tell him I might be late for dinner, because I'm probably dying.
No outside lines, Mel.
All the doors are locked from the outside, Howard. They won't budge.
I can't take this, Howard! I can't take this. I passed up Magnum PI for this now. And look at where it got me. Somebody get me out of here!
Calm down, Sue. Pull yourself together.
No luck with the backstage doors, Howard. Looks like we're trapped. We're trapped in here with a homicidal maniac.
Okay. Okay, let's just think this thing out.
There's no time to think, Howard. It's time to act.
She's right. Oh, I hate to admit it. If we stand around here thinking all day, Stacy and I can end up like Mel. Or worse, it's time to call in the detectives.
I already tried, Connie. The lines have been cut.
We have to do something, like turn the tables on him.
Security's out cold. We're running out of options.
You people take Mel backstage and tend to his wound and give Sue a shot of something to calm her down. Stacy,
you stay up here with me. I think it's time we had a little chat with Howard.
Oh, just wait a minute here. I don't like the idea of you girls working alone.
I'll be okay, Charlie. Just do what she says. I'll be back there in a minute.
Howard, if I die, Howard, could you call Laverne for me? Tell them that I liked her the best. Could you do that for me, Howard?
Right, Mel.
Pink leotard. I'm dying for pink leotard.
You wanted to talk to me, Connie?
We don't have any police to rush to our rescue, Howard, and we won't have until somebody breaks out of here to alert them.
I am aware of that, Connie.
But you do have two people who went through 2 weeks of police training and worked with the detective division a month before the show started.
You're right, Connie. She's right, Howard.
You're not thinking of playing detective, are you?
Have
This
you got
is the
any
real
better
world.
suggestions? Well,
I'm thinking.
We have to catch him. We have to do something. We have to do something or we're all going to end up dead.
Okay, I agree with you in principle, but you two can't even get along when things are going well. How will you work together when things are sticky?
we'll manage, Howard, but we're going to need your help. Stacy, can you handle the heat?
I'll work with you, Connie. I'll work with you. Just